A long time ago, I used to make videos reviewing the majority of the offers that hit the game, but I haven't really done that in years. These days, I only make videos reviewing the exceptional, the absolutely stellar offers like 4th of July, Cyber Weekend, maybe one or two others throughout the year. But as I was streaming the Levels of Battle Realm quest today, I was getting tons of questions about this potion bundle. Everyone wanted to know, if they thought it was a good value, or if I thought it was a good value, if I recommend picking it up or what. And I figured, some people could really use this video if they're on the fence, so why not? Let's talk about this offer. Real quick, before we get into that one, though, there was another offer today, this Energy Daily card. And this one probably doesn't need much talking about. You get 19 total energy refills, 5 level 1 revives, and as a cherry on top, a 20% champion boost, all for $5, or, depending on where you are regionally, the price might change, but $5, the equivalent of the collector's daily card, and the value is basically right in line with that. Potentially even better if you're actually going to use all of these refills and revives and everything like that. It's an incredible value. So yeah, if you don't mind throwing $5 at the game, that deal is good to go. The potion bundle, however, I'm not such a big fan of this offer. So there's a couple reasons why. Number one, if you add up every single piece of revive and potion in this bundle individually, okay, it's not bad if you can really squeeze out every bit of value here. Is that worth more than 850 units? I would say maybe slightly, but the problem is it's damn near impossible to actually get all of the value out of this bundle, in my opinion. So let's break down why and the approach that I would recommend other players taking if they are going to be spending units on potions and revives and things like that. So first off, I just made a video talking about potions and revive farming. I'll have those linked at the end as well as in the comments. But if you don't want to farm those things and you do just want to spend the units, let's talk about these team revives first. First off, these things are 100 units a pop, so you might look at this and say like, oh, well, that's 500 units right there. Awesome. In my opinion, though, a lot of the times, you're not always going to have those champions to you don't have that many champions to revive. If you're reviving 3 or more champions, then it's better to use a team revive than it is to use an individual revive. But for those few times, those few instances where that will come up, I highly recommend holding on to these team revives that you get for free from the calendar. You get 1 a month. Yeah, they don't stack up that quickly, but you also shouldn't be using them that quickly. Thinking about players who are a little bit newer to the game, it's not that easy to rank up champions, and you'll probably get more value just from reviving your absolute best champion and then going in that way, rather than reviving your entire team of, okay, some champions, maybe they're lower level, maybe they're there for synergy, things like that. You're not going to get much value. It's better off just popping an individual revive in most of those cases. Like I said, not every case, but that's where those few team revives do come in handy that you get for free from the calendar. And then to look at the more veteran side of the game, the veteran players going up against these nodes that require you to have very specific counters to them, like in the higher levels of Story Quest or the Abyss, things like that. In those situations, you really can't revive your entire team to take on that node. You're only going to be able to use like 1 or 2 champions in that situation again. So once again, I find it just better to have the individual revives in those cases. And if you do run into situations where you're like, wow, no, this is actually super valuable if I had team revives on hand, well, buy them then. Don't buy them preemptively, because then you're just going to end up trying to find value when it should be the other way around. If you buy these team revives, you're just going to throw all your champions, throw their lives away up against the boss or something like that, and maybe they'll scratch the boss a little bit. You get a few percentages of the dude's health off, and then you're back to popping regular revives to finish things up. So yeah, I don't think that's the way to approach those situations. Stick to individual revives, and if you find yourself in that perfect situation where a lot of your top champions, 3 or more of them do go down, and you are going to need to use those 3 champions further in the quest, okay, pick up a team revive for 100 units in that moment. Let's talk about the individual revives here. So these individual revives, these are great. 60% health. I don't value that to be, that much higher than the regular level 2 revives that you can get that heal your champions up to 40% health. Of course, more health is always better, but I still consider that as just like a 40 unit value. So in my opinion, 40 units times 5, that's 700 units. That's 200 units, but added on to the level 2 revives, that's like 700 units in revives. And then, the rest of the value is in the potions, which the potions are also nice. But a lot of the times, think about earlier in the game, these potions are overkill. When you're reviving your champions, technically, yes, they could save you a revive as well. And it's nice just to be able to, without really thinking about it, just heal your champions up. But I think you're just going to do better picking up the individual potions in some of those situations, or once again, following the methods that I was showing to farm potions. You don't even need to farm Realm of Legends necessarily. That was part of the video for the people that saw it, but you also get the potions from the solo events and things like that. And I highly recommend just working with that stuff and then buying individual revives. Like, just as a comparison's sake, this is 850 units, right? If we take 850 and divide it by 40 units for the cost of individual revives, that would come out to 21.25 revives. Personally, I'd rather have those 21 revives than this bundle. And like I said, you don't have to be stuck to either or. You could pick up largely individual revives as needed. And then if you do come across those rare situations where a team revive is going to be better, then, sink those 100 units into the team revives at that moment, one at a time, individually. But for the most part, I rather rely off of the calendar for them. Also, comparing this offer to the end of, let's say you're a Cavalier level player, the end of the month Cavalier bundle, I think that bundle is packed with way more value than something like this. And I know this offer is available to more than just Cavalier level players, but just to call out the Cav level players, if you are going to be spending units on packages like this, if you think you are going to need large amounts of potions and revives and stuff like that, the Cavalier bundle is where it's at. Not only does that thing give you a ton of revives and potions, but it also gives you the 30% boosts. It gives you shards to open up crystals. It's way better off than something like this. I consider that package to be absolutely worth it if you need the resources. Whereas this bundle, I look at it and say, even if you needed the resources, I'd rather take the approach of buying individual revives and then occasionally the level 2 team revives, and taking things just in general a little bit slower, clearing out the older quests 100% as you wait to get, better catalysts and shards to rank up your champions, and just, farming the revives and potions that are available in game, and then taking those saved units and unlocking new powerful masteries that will make all of your champions stronger permanently, rather than just having this temporary little leg up in a piece of content and then getting stuck in the next piece of content. So, I highly recommend people to not pick up this bundle. And like I said, just go at it from an individual revive approach. If you already picked up the bundle, this is not to make you feel bad about it. Like I said, it's not necessarily that it's a bad value. It's just I think there's more value in keeping your units and picking up the individual resources as needed. All right, with that said, hopefully this did help some people. Let me know. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.